Delhi University, or DU, which affiliates more than 70 colleges, is one of the most sought after universities in the country. However, with the basic infrastructure in most colleges atrociously inadequate and the pedagogy not up to the standards, is the hype regarding the university just another myth, or is it just an obsession that most of us have subconsciously ingrained ourselves with? Hi and welcome. You're watching TFI English, the national socio-political analysis arm of the TFI Media Group. I'm your host Piyush, and in this video, I will tell you why the unhealthy obsession with Delhi University must end. Let's begin. This year, a total of 4,38,696 candidates registered for nearly 70,000 seats in the university. However, the admissions to most of the seats were reserved for those who had breached the 100% marks cutoff. Anyone with under 95% could have practically bid adieu their ambitions of securing admission to the university. Such has been the extent of disordered competition that students and parents across the country have demanded DU to change its admission criteria because the students from the boards which are conservative in awarding marks, such as UP Board, Maharashtra Board, Bihar Board, are at a disadvantage, while the students from the CBSE and Tamil Nadu Board easily get admission in the university. However, despite repeated demands and protests, Delhi University still follows the same criteria of admissions because it suits the kids of urban elites. Some departments have a cutoff of 100% marks. Top bureaucrats, politicians, and intellectuals who reside in the city send their kids to the top schools of Delhi, most of which are affiliated to CBSE or ISCE. These schools follow the CBSE pattern, and most of the students score above 90% marks. Students from such schools easily get admission into top DU colleges while others do their luck. However, in a rush to secure admission to DU, a large part of the student population remains oblivious to the fact that most colleges in DU are generations behind in infrastructure. Old bricks, tainted walls, chipped off paint, dilapidated libraries, labs, and overall lack of care means that DU is not the most aesthetic of places to study and learn. However, as reported by TFI, a total of 71 Indian universities made it to the Times Higher Education World University Rankings 2022, up from 63 last year. Indian Institute of Sciences (IISc), a regular on the list, sat in the 301 to 350 band for the third consecutive year. IIT Ropar and JSS Academy of Higher Education found themselves in between 351 to 400 band, while IIT Indore comes at the fourth spot, ranking between 401 to 500 band. Moreover, DU fared nowhere on the list, further proving that the university was high on empty rhetoric and low on actual performance or substance. As per the NIRF 2021 ranking, in the overall category, the University of Delhi came at the lowly 19th rank. However, a handful of colleges like Miranda House, St. Stephen's, LSR made it to the top of the individual college category. Moreover, different political parties and their youth wings like Congress's National Students Union of India or NSUI and BJP's Akhil Bharatiya Vidyarthi Parishad or ABVP ply their trade on the campus. With a handful of political egos in one place, regular tussles between the factions are a routine part of life of an ordinary DU student. The myriad strikes, agitations, and other kerfuffles mean that the precious time that could have been used to complete the syllabus is often wasted on these shindigs. The overall atmosphere in the campus becomes unpleasant and often unsafe. Above all, every student learns to protest if not how to ace a test. And overall, the last few years, we have closely seen how such educational institutes are producing more woke social justice warriors than actual leaders with transferable hard skills that help earn money and contribute to the society. As for DUTA, it is routinely protesting against the state government for not granting permanent contracts to the ad hoc teachers and, most importantly, not releasing salaries of professors for months on end. A routine stroll through the Press Club of India in New Delhi, and one would find DUTA and its members lodging their protest against the government. In such a precarious situation, it is hard to imagine the kind of excellent education such professors who are not sure about the future and are financially bankrupt would impart to the students. The same students who broke their backs, secured 100% marks, stood in long, serpentine queues, and fought their way off to land an opportunity to study in the supposed best university of the country. All said and done, DU is simply an overhyped institution that is profiting off its past glory and on the back of a few elite institutions. A major revamp is required in the way that the university is currently operating. And for those who could not secure an admission in DU, relax, you dodged a bullet.